So why is it so difficult to make solid contact when hitting a fairway wood when the ball's on the ground? Well, the truth is there's a lot of reasons for that, but it really boils down to two main things. Today we're going to talk about what those two things are, and we're going to fix them. And also I got a really simple little tip that you can take to the golf course tomorrow that's going to work like magic. When we're hitting a fairway wood, one of the reasons contact is difficult is because it's a long club, doesn't have a lot of loft on it, and the ball's on the ground. What we've got to do is we've got to understand a little bit about weight shift, and then we also got to understand a little bit about ball position. So the most common thing that I see when we struggle with contact with the fairway woods is the weight stays on the back foot. So it looks something like this. They get set up pretty good, they make a swing, and when you finish the golf swing, the golfer is on their back foot. Now, if this looks like you when you finish your golf swing, pay attention, because we're going to fix that. Now, why do we do that? Well, because we're trying to get the golf ball in the air. Remember how we talked earlier that in a fairway wood, there's not a lot of loft on it. So we're trying to lift and get that golf ball up in the air. But when we do that, what happens is the club comes up in the air and we top the golf ball. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to use my right-left drill. This thing is like magic. Okay, so here's how it works. What you're going to do is you're just going to start swinging the club in continuous motion. Okay, see how I'm doing that? Now, I'm not swinging it fast, I'm not swinging it hard, but I'm swinging it in continuous motion. I'm going to do it again, and this time what I want you to watch is I want you to watch the weight shift on my feet. And then I'm going to explain to you why this works. Okay, then we'll talk about ball position. So I'm right, I'm left, I'm right, I'm left. One more time, right, left. Now, how did that look, Nick? Did that look pretty good? Okay, even Nick gave me a thumbs up on that. Nick gave me a thumbs up. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. And hey, be sure to tell us where you're from. It's our favorite thing to look at. We love hearing where you're from, and so we can respond to your comments. When the club is in continuous motion, the weight naturally moves with the club. See, the body and the club want to be in balance. So when the arms and the club swing to the right, the weight goes to the right. When the arms and club swing to the left, the weight naturally goes to the left. And when that club is in continuous motion, you naturally improve your weight shift. So let me do it one more time. I'm going to hit a shot, and then we're going to talk about ball position. Then we'll get into that one little tip that you can take to the golf course tomorrow. So here we go. Right, left. Doesn't have to be fast. Right, left, right, left. Now I got the feel. I'm going to set up. I'm just going to rinse and repeat. Right, left. Wow. This new Hypermax is hot. Everybody saw that right there. Really simple. So that would be the first place I would start. Let's talk about ball position. Fairway wood. It's not an iron where you hit down on the ball. It's not a driver where you hit up on the ball. It's a fairway wood and the ball's on the ground. So you want to catch the ball as the club is at the bottom of the swing arc. Here's what you got to understand. The bottom of the swing arc, or where the club kind of brushes the ground, which is important when you're hitting your fairway woods, is pretty much, this is not exact, but it's what I like to call directionally correct, is somewhere between the buttons on your shirt and the logo on your shirt. We dive deep into ball position in our book, the bad lie, all those types of things in our vertical line swing system. But for today's purposes with the fairway wood, what I want you to understand is the bottom of your swing is somewhere between the buttons on your shirt and the logo on your shirt. That's where you want that ball to be positioned. So here's how you can kind of find that spot. What I want you to do is put your feet together and place the club head behind the golf ball like so. You're going to take your lead foot and you're going to step towards the target a small amount. Now, how much? I mean, 2 inches, 3 inches, give or take a little bit, okay, in that general spot. And I'll show you how you can look at that in a second. But here we go. Club is behind the golf ball. Ball's in the center of my feet. 2 to 3 inches towards the target, and then I want you to take a much larger step away from the target. How big should it be? Well, it kind of depends upon your body style. If you're a big person, a short person, doesn't matter, but I want that stance to be wide enough so you feel comfortable. But the key is getting the ball in the right spot. Remember, between the buttons and the logo. So if you're videotaping yourself, like I've got right here, right, what we call right here, the caddy view, 2 to 3 inches towards, large step away. Now that ball should be positioned somewhere between the logo and right here. Now let me go ahead and hit one, and then we're going to talk about that tip. There, 2 to 3 inches, much wider step away, so I've got a good base. Here we go. Oh man, see, like even that one, I hit a little bit behind it. Did you see that? I grazed the grass a little bit behind it, but because I had the ball in a good spot, and also, remember our first tip? because I got my weight going forward, I got away with it. Wasn't a great shot, but it was up in the air and it got down the fairway, and you know, it's a shot that I can play. What's the tip that you can take to the golf course tomorrow that can work? I call it my knees touch. My knees touch drill. When you finish your swing, just simply make sure that your knees are touching. If your knees are touching, you know your weight went forward. You could use that with any club. We're talking about fairway woods, but you could apply that to your irons, your driver, doesn't matter. So let me go ahead and hit one more here. Let's get that good ball position. Remember, in the center of the heels, 2 to 3 inches towards, much larger step away. And all I'm gonna focus on this one, you guys can kind of watch it, see if I do it. I want my knees to touch when I finish. Ooh, that was hot. Best one of the day. Little club twirl on that one right there. Hey, now that we've improved the contact with your fairway woods, check out my next video. And if you want to personally work with us and our golf team on your game, check out vlscoaching.com.